Welcome to Scrum Masters Elite_UK. Learn to lead, stay calm, and connect with us. Sign up now.
In the case of Tana Umaga, what impressed me most was his calmness and straightforwardness. He did not try to leverage rumors to build his reputation, nor did he vehemently deny them to create controversy. Instead, he simply stated that he had never spoken with Dave Rennie, and the information circulating was only what he had heard from family and friends. This conveyed to me a very composed attitude, a maturity in how he handles the media, in modern society, where information spreads at lightning speed. Maintaining composure in the face of rumors is no easy task. I realized that even a single comment from a media expert like Scotty Stevenson can spark widespread discussion in the sports community. Yet the people involved sometimes do not even fully know what is happening. This made me reflect deeply on one reality: reputation always comes with pressure. When someone who was once a legendary captain of the All Blacks, like Tana Umaga, is mentioned in a discussion, it is enough to draw significant attention.
However, what truly commands my respect is how he responds to that attention. He acknowledges that being mentioned in such discussions is an honor, but he also admits that it can sometimes be quite inconvenient. This may sound simple, but it carries a rare sincerity. Many people, when faced with a big opportunity, rush to assert their ambitions. But Tana Umaga does not do that. He says that if an opportunity comes, it should come naturally, and everything needs to be formally confirmed on paper before it can be considered a fact. I feel this is an important lesson in humility and patience. In life, we often have a tendency to want everything to happen immediately. When we hear about a new opportunity, we can easily get swept up in excitement or anxiety. But Tana Umaga's attitude shows that sometimes the best approach is to wait calmly, without letting oneself get carried away by unverified speculation. Another thing that made me reflect deeply is the relationship between him and Dave Rennie in the past. They worked together when Rennie coached the Wellington Lions in 2000. The season in which the team ended a 14-year NPC title drought.
I think such memories are not merely sports history. They also reflect how relationships in sports are built over time. People who once fought together on the field may later meet again in different roles. Interestingly, even with prior acquaintance, Tana Umaga does not take for granted that he would automatically have an opportunity. He still maintains respect for the head coach's decisions. From his remarks about Dave Rennie, I sensed deep respect. He described Rennie as someone very clear-headed, not easily flustered, and always knowing what he wants. Those qualities, in my opinion, are crucial in leadership. A team as prominent as the All Blacks requires not only tactical skill but also psychological stability and vision. I was also particularly struck by Umaga's perspective on simplifying messages for players. He mentioned that nowadays, players can easily be overwhelmed by too much information. This reminded me of many other areas of life.
Not just in sports, but in education, work, or daily life, people today must process a huge amount of information. If leaders do not know how to communicate clearly and simply, those under them can lose direction. I believe this is a philosophy worth reflecting on. Simplicity is sometimes the key to effectiveness. Additionally, Tana Umaga emphasized the importance of culture and connection within the team. To me, this is one of the factors that has shaped the All Blacks' identity throughout history. The team is not only famous for winning, but also for its collective spirit, mutual respect, and cultural values passed from one generation to the next. Hearing Umaga express appreciation for how Dave Rennie values connection, I felt this was a positive sign for the team's future. In modern sports, tactics can change, players can be replaced, but the team culture is the long-term foundation. What I have thought about most is the current context of the All Blacks. The team is currently ranked second in the world. This means they are still very strong but no longer number one. For a team that has dominated world rugby for many years, losing the top spot is certainly a shock.
But I view it from a different angle. Sometimes difficult periods are the motivation for an organization to self-reflect. When Tana Umaga said that Dave Rennie and his staff's mission is to bring the All Blacks back to the top, I sense a competitive spirit very characteristic of New Zealand sports. It is not arrogance, but a relentless desire to improve oneself. I think the greatest lesson here is not only for rugby fans, but for all of us. The first lesson is calmness in the face of public opinion. In the age of social media, rumors can spread faster than the truth. But sometimes the best way to deal with them is simply to stand firm and wait for confirmation. The second lesson is humility in the face of opportunity. Even as an All Blacks legend, Tana Umaga does not take anything for granted. The third lesson is the importance of clarity and simplicity in communication. A good leader is not one who speaks in complexity, but one who can make complex things easy to understand. And finally, the greatest lesson I draw is the value of human connection. In sports as in life, success is rarely the result of a single individual. It is often the product of a collective that trusts and supports each other.
Stay calm, be humble, and cherish the connections until next time. Scrum Masters Elite _UK says goodbye.